So now we have covered the first 5 principles, we can start to look at the bigger picture, because principle number 6 is about long-term regularity and application of the principles over time. So it's about perseverance and keeping going.
Well, I have watched hundreds of people over the last 3 or 4 decades now try to get rich quick. And there are occasions that people do that, but most of the people I know who develop fortunes are methodical, they're strategic, they're patient, they have long-term vision. In fact, I even say that long-term vision pays, immediate gratification cost.
You see, it's not timing the market that is important, it's time in the market that is important. That's a huge distinction, because people always try and time the market. Now's a good time to get in, or no, I think I'll just wait because it might come down a little bit more. And you know, I've got to tell you, that is very, very difficult. What you need is time in the market.
Becoming wealthy is based on the law of cause and effect. The law of cause and effect is a law. It says that if you do certain things in a certain way, you get certain results. And people who are financially successful simply follow the tracks of other people. They learn everything they need to know about their field, and they never stop learning. They apply it over and over again, and surprise, surprise, as a result of hard work, usually extended over years, they become wealthy. It's not a miracle. It's not a matter of luck. It's a matter of simply hard work in a continuous way in a certain direction.
Don't put all your money in at the same time. That's very important. And that's where dollar cost, pound cost, euro cost averaging comes into play. So you just put a small amount in, and if it goes up, you put another amount in next month. If it goes down, you put the same amount in the month after that, and you keep doing that. And what happens is when the inevitable turn comes in the market, you'll be absolutely happy that you did it. A note of caution with this strategy: you can't do this with individual stocks, just in case that stock goes to zero and then you've been putting money in every single month, and all your money's gone. So what we want to do is we want to do this strategy in something like the property market, which won't go to zero because people need to live in properties. Or you can do it in something called an index. And an index in the stock market is just, let's take an example, the Dow Jones is made up of 30 different stocks. Those 30, it's unlikely they're going to go to zero. Okay, so you can do it in that, but don't do it in individual stocks.
Consistency is key. I'll give you an example. Let's just say you've put on a few extra pounds around the midsection of your body. You don't go to the health club just once and expect to have that washboard abdominal region once again. It's just not going to happen. It's consistency, it's diligence, and it's that pursuit of excellence again and again and again over a long period of time. True success takes time. It takes a consistent approach, and it takes the right mindset at the beginning and throughout the process and as you go on. And guess what? When you think you arrived, you didn't. There's another level. And guess what? When you think you arrived again, you didn't. There's another level. You grow, you learn, you proceed, you benefit, you prosper.
Hats off to you if you can get rich quickly. Why not? But the reality is, for most people, it's a growth situation. It's something that takes a while. We've all heard about these overnight successes, right? You know, Madonna even talks about it. She says, yes, I was an overnight success that actually took 10 years. So I'm a 10-year overnight success. And you know what? The reality is, most people who are rich did not get rich overnight. They built their businesses. They built their investments. They built it over time. And that is critical.
I would say that the best and the easiest way to become wealthy is to go out and do it and to work hard, work long hours. I don't know an alternative way of doing it.
The top tip for becoming wealthy is to set it as a goal, to write it down and to make a plan. And then learn everything you can possibly learn about your field, and then go to work. And be prepared to work hard for a long time. But especially as you begin working, be flexible. Be open to new ideas. Be willing to make new plans. Be willing to accept changes in the economic environment and bounce back and try something else. But above all, resolve that you'll never quit. No matter what happens, you'll just keep on going until you achieve your goals.
Another crucially important point is that if you're like most people who have achieved large early success, you're going to make some of the dumbest investments that anyone in history has ever made, the way that I have done. So you're going to lose some of your money. So it's going to be nice to be able to replenish it and keep making it by continuing being a successful entrepreneur. In other words, no one bats 1,000. Not I, not anyone, no, especially any wealthy person. So I think it's very important to just stay in the game.
Oh, I've had more failures than I've had successes in my life. Failure is simply a part of the system. The system essentially says that if you're going beyond what you know, then you're going to discover what you don't know, and in the process of doing that, you're going to be caught short. So invariably, we fail. Invariably, we fail to achieve what we set out to do, only to discover that there's another way to do it. And so failures are part of the process of success. There is no success without failure.
Booker T. Washington has this incredible quote. It says, "It doesn't make a difference how successful you are. You're not measured by your accomplishments. You're only measured by what you went through to get there."
We always fail. We fail all the time. I failed just yesterday. I don't know about you, but the point of it is very, very simple. Just accept it. Accept it, even when it's the most difficult thing to accept, that you will fail. The question is whether you stop there when you do.
Circumstances are temporary. They're completely temporary. It's what we do with the circumstance, how we think and speak into our future, and what we want to create. And then we take the gold and the learning and the lesson out of that and bring it with us into the next experience. So yes, of course, you're going to fail. You're going to be challenged, and take that as an opportunity instead of a failure.
Anybody who's a master at something is consistent with it over and over and over again. They have a system and they keep doing it over and over and over again. It's not trying something new every day. Would you like to know the difference between mastery and mediocrity? It's very simple. Mediocre people do 100 things one time each. And masters, what do? They do one thing 100 times. Very simple. Do you want to be a master or do you want to be mediocre?
The fastest way I know to get wealthy is go and do a massive service to a massive number of people. When you do, you can get wealthy. But in the meantime, I recommend a consistent, accelerated savings and investment strategy over the long haul. That's the one that has built the most fortunes for the most people through history.
Everyone who succeeds in their own business usually fails over and over again before they find the right combination of product, service, markets, finances, sales methodologies, and so on. But there's no way to ensure or guarantee your success except by yourself. And the way you do it is you decide in advance that no matter what happens, you will learn from every experience, you will benefit from every setback, and you will never give up. The one way to guarantee your success is to resolve in advance that you will persist until you succeed. And if you make that decision, I can guarantee you that will put you on the side of the angels.
So you need to persevere, but be flexible enough to review and change your plan where necessary. Because even if you're on the right road, you will still get run over if you just sit there. Because time and circumstances may overtake you and make your strategies unprofitable. So keep on keeping on.
If you want to make money quickly, I don't know, go and rob a bank.
You may have heard the quote, "The more I practice, the luckier I get." Well, it's just as true for you and your money. The more you invest and the more regular your investment, the more you will make over the long term. So remember, pound, dollar or euro cost averaging actually works. Otherwise known as buying little and often, it works well especially in fluctuating markets, and it reduces the risk and the effort when investing.